G'day everyone, my name is Fox Blockhead and welcome back, oh dear, to another episode of Watch Me Fall Down a Hole because I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. Yay! Welcome back to another episode of Building with Blockhead, and today what we're going to do is make sure we know where we're walking. For starters, this right here, I've actually laid out a bit of a space to begin a new project, and with this new project I am going to be talking about some different kinds of stuff. So let me lay out my border here, and I need to be a proper border. Here we go, with the spruce. Yeah, that's right. What we're going to be doing, did I count that out right? Let's count this out first. Pretty sure that's right. Okay, we'll kick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. 8. Okay. Now we've counted out, I can tell you what's going on. We are going to build a chessboard. That's right, as part of this build, we are going to build a chessboard. Now, this is going to be the third time that I have built a chessboard. I have built it once on the first Salt and Light Gaming server, Minecraft server, and I built it on the second Salt and Light Gaming Minecraft server, and now I'm going to build it on my Let's Play world here. Oops. And I'm going to talk about some stuff while we do it. So one of the questions that I posed on the Salt and Light Gaming server while I was building my chessboard and other things, you can go and check out the server the server videos on my channel if you would like, and you can see what the kinds of things I've talked about as well on that channel as we go. But one of the things that I talked about was I'm a Christian, and I grew up in a family that went to church, and I did have a question, and I'll pose a couple of these as we go through building this chessboard. And I don't think it's anything to be scared about. So if you're not a churchgoer or a Christian, don't get too freaked out, because the question that I have, and a lot of you will probably know some of this because of maybe going to Sunday school or RE. In Australia, that's what we call religious education, RE. Some of those stories, some of those Bible stories, have we lost the meaning? Have we lost the meaning of the Bible stories, what they are, where they've come from? For example, David and Goliath. Now, this was the first one that I talked about on the server, so if you've listened to it, then please weigh in with your comments on here as well. Let's have a good discussion about what's going on. But have we lost the meaning? Do people actually now realise, do they know what a David and Goliath, or David versus Goliath battle actually is? Do they know what it is? Obviously, if you did go to RE, if you went to Sunday school, if you know any of your Bible stories, you would know that David was a shepherd boy, and he was drafted into the army. Well, not really drafted. He went to visit the king back in Bible times. It's a Bible story, and he went to visit the king, and they were having a battle against the Philistines, and the Philistines were this race of people who didn't like the race of the Israelites, which is the people that David was a part of. And the Philistines had this giant as part of their army, and so they said to the Israelites, so that David's team, if you think that you can beat our giant, come out and beat him. And the whole idea was, prove that your God is real, prove that your God is actually able to do incredible things by beating our giant. That was the whole idea of it. And I mean, these days, I say these days, it makes me sound so old. These days we have used that idea of David versus Goliath because, of course, David won. In the Bible story, David won. That's kind of the bottom of, or the end of where the story was leading. David won the battle. David beat the Goliath. David beat the giant. And so we, in our modern times, have taken that, and I know this because of, say, watching sports, so being a sports fan, that a David versus Goliath battle is where you've got, say, a little football club or a little rugby league team or someone that maybe is at the bottom of the table, bottom of the ladder, and at the bottom of the ladder you end up being able to beat the top of the ladder. Or if you're just a local club team, you end up being able to beat the big boys in a competition. Champions League football, for example. You might be from a really small country and you might beat a Spanish or an English team, for example. Just trying to remember how I built the stand here. Yeah, that looks about right. And so David and Goliath battle is what we call it when a minor party comes up against a bigger party. But when the minor party generally wins that battle, so generally beats the bigger party, we say that David beat Goliath in that way. So again, my question to you, have we lost that? Have we lost the idea of a David versus Goliath battle? It was not the idea of the David versus Goliath, but have we lost where it's come from? Do we still understand, or do people actually realize that they're talking about a Bible story when they talk about David versus Goliath battles? Interesting to me anyway. So if you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. There we go. We've got our platform up here. Did I do that right? I think that needs to come out one more to here, so we can get in and we can see the board, and you can jump down and make your move. Yeah, that's it. We'll put fences around. That looks good. That looks pretty sure. And then if we've got some fans, people watching the game, they can watch from the grandstand up here. Very good. Got a couple of spots for some chests for taken pieces, and we can actually play chess inside of Minecraft. I like this. So yeah, have we lost that? Have we lost that idea that a David versus Goliath battle is actually a Bible story, where David, an actual person, in my opinion, my belief, in my background, an actual person beat an actual little person, beat an actual giant? Do people still know where that's come from? Well, I do have a few of these, so I will be bringing them up from time to time and letting you guys have a bit of a chat. Some oxeye daisies, nice. Letting you guys have a bit of a chat about some of these stories, but as well, if you've got a story, if you've got a something that you think warrants discussion in this kind of a forum, please let me know. Please let me know, because I'd love to be able to put some of this stuff out there for a chat, for a discussion, for just to see what people think about it. Really, that's the main point. That's what I want out of this. I want people to actually think about it, people to actually come up with their idea, and people to actually discuss these kinds of things. That's what I want. So, David versus Goliath. Do we still know where that comes from? And I guess the other question is, will we lose it? With so many people these days moving away from the church and the Bible and Christianity, are we going to lose that? Are we going to lose that sense of these kinds of stories? Are we going to forget, perhaps? Is that a good word? Are we going to forget about these sayings? Will we actually still call things a David and Goliath battle, or will we come up with a different way of describing it? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, another discussion for another day. I'm thinking maybe once a month or once every 2 months or so, we'll come up with one of these different stories and let you guys go to town, trying to work it out, trying to understand it, and we'll gradually get that chessboard built and have some statues around about the place as well. Well, there you go. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you have something to contribute. Until next time, I'll see you later, alligators.